Hello and welcome back. Right, let's drop these stones off. Yes, let's get everybody unfollow me. I have a nice story to tell. I have said this, and I said I wasn't going to keep going on about numbers, but this is a good going on about numbers. Yeah, I seriously thought that nobody was interested. There were a couple of sessions where I only had 8 viewers, and on this particular Let's Play, so I was like, oh, seriously? Then there was a bit of a peak where there were 100 viewers, and the last couple of episodes there have been almost double that. So yeah, I think for whatever reason, I am very happy to say that we are. Yeah, I'm well chuffed. There is interest in this Let's Play. It always seems to be the big maps, the ones like this, where I seem to get the casualties because there are lots of big names who go on this as well. So yeah, it's No Man's Land. Well, actually, that was at the beginning of my content. I didn't have very many views at all. Some of my No Man's Land in FS22 had very little views, 3 or 4. But then none of my content had that much at that time. I was totally undiscovered. So yeah, that isn't truly surprising. Right, now then we need to. Yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting he's so fast. Right, now then, did we stick enough water in this beast? Did we? Let's have a look. How much water have we got? 44 out of 60 tons. Yeah, I think that's good enough for now. Let's shift this out the road and let's get all this lot off. Follow me. Yeah, so I am really chuffed. This is the Let's Play. I was thinking, no, leave it alone. And then I went on YouTube and I looked at, and I saw that and I thought, do you know, that's made my day. That's where we're going to go. I've done some. Yeah, there's been an awful lot of. No, is that everybody? Didn't we? Weren't there a couple of? No, they're the bathers. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm talking in riddles. I do realise that now. Animals. Let's quickly look. Yeah, let's look also. This is just me reminding myself. I know I would have looked. It is days. This is the curse of doing 6 Let's Plays. It is. Stone Valleys a go again. That's fantastic, and I'm thoroughly enjoying where we've gone with that. Absolutely amazing growth. Omatana has made some fantastic. The open gardens, and of course I put quite a few down, and then she released the grape gardens last week or a few days ago. No, it was last week, end of last week. So I've got those as well. I got 5 of those, and I think 7 or 8 of the open gardens. And boy, do they bring in some. Of course, I went for the seeds. Well, this is not a very interesting page. Let me just have a look. And then we should chatter. I've got lots to chatter about. Right. We have. That's the point. We have got quite a lot of wool growing over there. Oh, and I'll tell you this as well. Now are they the little ones? No, these are not. Oh wow, we're going to birth next month. Fantastic. Oh, that is so good news. Yes, on my Greenlands, and yeah, let's dump these while we're talking. I'm so terrible. I can't talk and work at the same time, and I do apologise. I should probably have totally forgotten where I got to on different things. Yeah. I look in editing sometimes and think, will you finish your story? You dart around like a... Yes. It is difficult, for me anyway, to concentrate. No, that's the point. Let's leave these. Oh, typical. Left you right in the way of where I always put these, you know. Terror. Always managed to do that. Right, let's move this. Yeah, that is the point. I'm going to move it in front of the slurry yard, and then I'm going to make a right mess there. Right, let's stick this lot down. Oh, actually though, no, are we going to need these soon? If we're going to plough and de-stone, then actually, that is not far off. Right, let's not forget the fact that we are nearly, ready to grab that off there. Yeah, we've got that's a point. Yeah, there have been many developments as well. Quite a few stupendous mods that I have, and I have. Our BGA, the little one, by Disturb Simulations, has a big brother, and I was on my Westbridge Hills. Now we have, we had one of the largest grass fields on the map, and I sold that because it's a storyline and we're moving home. We bought the family home on Westbridge Hills. So I thought, let's place the bigger brother to the one we've got, and put that. Now I knew the stats were much better, but I didn't realise the impact they would have. In one session, from pretty much, we did sell the old field, the original field, and we sold the little mini BGA. So it got, I think it was up to 367. Yeah, it was 367 grand, and then obviously I placed the 250 grand BJ, which meant I'd got 100 odd grand. Yeah, no, that is right. And even my sums add up. That is true. So it's down to 100 grand. It made a massive, it did some real damage to the landscape. I did save the game, but I actually managed to sort of pull it back where, I was quite happy in the end. Whoa. Forget this has got spongy brakes. So, basically, I stuck that in all my life, from going from having 100,000 in one day, we were up to 600,000 because of just how much grass. Not only that, the Omatana farm, is it farm supplies? Now, who is running? No, it wasn't you. Cecita. It's a noisy little engine, that. It really is. Not that that bothers me. Right, now then, so we have all these bales. We have lots and lots of bales. I think... wow, we do have a lot of bales. Now, this is another area. Now, obviously, as new mods come along, we all of us streamlined what we have got. Now, obviously, I've said we are going to rip the yard and we're going to go right the way through the centre of all of these fields to further split down the fields to make them a bit more manageable, and I stick to that. Truly do see the huge benefit of having, like islands in your fields, having your yard in the centre, like the spoke of a wheel, or the hub of a wheel, and the spokes go out from the middle. It is... As my old geography teacher taught me when I was a kid, it is location, location, location. And obviously we're building our farm from scratch, so we might even... No, actually the animals, this is a central part of our... No, that's a point, let's have a look. Yeah, only 10 grand slurry, and everything's okay, even the water. Lovely cows, some of them heavily laden with little ones as well. Right, have you got... Wow, we haven't even shifted everything. Right, I tell you what we're going to do. This is the time-lapse king of Let's Plays, it really is, because obviously there's always everything so massive, it really is. So, I am going to grab these bales off. But, let me finish what I was waffling on about. Now, here's the point, actually. Do we make our yard now? Do we sort of... No, we need to shift those first, but it is true. If we look at the top, and I should try to remember that you can't see my mouse, I'm going to use the pointer. Now obviously, I think the size of that, bearing in mind that the Royal Christie where that yard is quite large. Mind you, I don't know, we don't want a small yard. If we're going to go, the yard goes all the way through all of our fields, then I think actually that's not a bad thing. So we've cleared field 2, we've cleared field 1, and we've finished prepping that. We want to grab the bales off field 2, but this is the time for placing, and field 2 is the dead centre of... No, in fact, that's the dead centre there. Or is it? Thinking about it, we've got 4 sets of fields, so actually field 2, it is. That is true, that is the dead centre. Now I know this is on the outskirts of the farm, and these 2 are the animals, but these are the ones, the growing set, and we're going to buy field 20, but not yet. I'm trying to think, do we sell that now? And actually, because we are running a bit short. I put some placeables. Oh, okay. I didn't realise I had, but whatever. Sometimes it's the maps placeables. Right, we'll leave it. I'm not going to destroy anything. Right, so we are going to literally go into a time lapse. We're going to grab all these bales. That is the point. I'm going to have to place this twice. I am also... I agree with what I said, that we have our silos. I shall use this again. Yeah, this is really the central bit. It's the hub of our present operation, but really this wants to be the hub of our operation. But that doesn't mean to say I'm not going to keep that silo, which is very reasonable, almost as a storage yard for all of our animals. Yeah, a lot of farmers have silos, maybe not one so large, but for animals. So why would you rebuild another one? We've got the multifruit there. We've got another multifruit over there, which I think that's good. And I reckon, yeah, I do actually. But what I'd like to do, if this is the central point, we may move that one. Because what I'd like to do is stick the mantrid one with a bonus on it. You have to pay more for it, and I couldn't afford it now, but in time we could. So yes, there's quite a lot of relocation, tweaking. Let's just call it tweaking, because that is true. So there is quite a lot of tweaking. What is that house? Oh, it's if I look out, or I'm going to say it's not really a house. Right, yeah, so yes, there is a lot of tweaking. Now, so we want to shift the bales. Now, let me remind myself, June, it is July. Oh, is it July, or is it August? It's oats, isn't it? It's next month. Right, so I'd like to get to that. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's go straight into a time lapse. We're going to grab the bales, stick them in. No, I'm going to be moving them twice. I am. That is true. Now, we want to be sitting on this line, which is the field 2 line. The production I'm going to place now is sort of, yeah, the Hessian Farms replacement, and it is definitely one of those mods that I think will be even before the BGA and the slurry yard going forwards, because it is so farm centric. It literally is a mod. Now, we can afford it. We can. Right, so let's place this. And yeah, this we are smack bang on the line, but I want it over here on the field edge. Yes, I do. So production, it is the farm supplies production. It's one of those mods that I found and think, this is an American map, so we're going red. Now you have to go central. You have to feed it at the end. Now that is level with me. Now, bear in mind you have to go through this. No, but that is true. We don't really need to worry about the field. Although we can't go through it now, we could still reverse into it. And obviously think about that field is eventually going to be gone. As in, this entire centre bit is going to be... Yeah, let's get that level. That's almost... Now, remember, it doesn't have much of a skirt. But yeah, I don't want to lose any field at the minute. So, gone. Yes, now then, this is an absolute amazing. It does double the cycles of the Hessian. You may well actually know, but we shall have a look. Yeah, it would turn grass to hay, which means if you'd got too many cycles, if you'd got 240 tons of grass, you could turn some to hay. You can make total mixed ration, yeah, with lots of different recipes. You can even make lime, to mineral feeds, and stones to mineral feed, and grass silage, straight grass silage, hay silage, and you can go grass to hay, then hay silage, so you could turn half of your stuff. That way you can pretty much do 480 tons of product. Then there's chaff silage, traditional, straw silage that the Hessians do, silage to digestate, yes. So yeah, this could sort of take over. In a way, you could place this before you place the BGA, and you could still go for the business model without the BGA. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the energy business, and I intend on sticking to this model as we go forward. You can also make seeds. Now, this is something I'm quite interested in doing, definitely. I don't want to make absolutely tons, though, because you can make 240,000, and you would never use that many seeds. So I want to use that sparingly. Now, the lime, we've already got our lime crusher, truthfully. And the recipe for that is insane. So now we use our digestate. So again, I wouldn't use the liquid fertilizer one, nor that, because our digestate is our bread and butter. It really is. So yeah, I think we will be getting rid of the fermenting silo. Now, if we got anything in them at the minute, actually, then now is the perfect time. Now we have in the Hessian, because that's got straw in it. And we are down to... we've got 2. Yeah, the Hessians have both got straw in them. So I think, serious, mind you, I don't know whether we should just stick a couple of these. Let's have a look on the map and see what would be the best. This is me, I think, discussing plans with yourselves, and also I have been looking for comments on a lot of my Let's Plays where I ask a question and then I'm looking for the answer from yourselves, and I'm going to say the same again. Right, so we just placed that there, which is almost central. Which actually, yeah, thinking about it, going forwards, maybe another one there, because obviously bear in mind that's the no, that's true actually. Have I suppose we could do one there and one there, that way wherever you are, because there's also this, the sugar beet. That is a point. When is the sugar beet harvest? That is true. Sugar beet is August, right? Fantastic. So at least we've not got too much of a harvest next month, as in it's not going to kill us. So we will keep the Hessians for now. Or shall we? Should we grab all the straw out? Imagine, I don't like destroying them. It's not like they're worth a fortune anyway, and they are useful. Yeah, but although I do think that will probably seriously take over. Now that's a point. I didn't actually switch anything on, did I? Let's switch the most common things on that on. We're going to activate grass. We don't want TMR at the minute. Grass and hay. We may as well do these as well. And that, but that's not on at the minute. And that's it. Yeah, that's as much as we need to do. So then, the other good thing, because it is an Omatana production, you can actually drop bales and it converts it to loose. So it's a win-win. That's the one thing that the Hessians... What we've been doing is sort of doing a double-staged process by dropping the grass bale, the straw bales, into the Omatana silo, which then makes it loose, and then we put the loose. So this way, we don't need to do that. No, we can do it all in one. So, right. So I am going to go into a time lapse now. We're going to grab these bales. We're going to stick them into our new production, and we shall go from there. It is a beast, it really is. We may place 2 in time, but I think we'll see how 1 fares. On this Let's Play, I don't think it's enough. I think we need to go 2, or maybe 3, but definitely 1 for now. Yeah, we are a little bit lower on our money. Now then, that is a point. Silage, when I was looking there, no, we don't think we've got any silage at the minute, have we? So not much ready. No. A tiny weeny amount. No. And obviously we've just placed that one. Right, smashing. Have we got any? We've got the digestate. We're saving that, aren't we, for the winter? Right, okay then. So I am going to say my words. We know the plan. Yes, so I'm going to see you guys and girls on the other side. that. Yes, if you're just a little bit out. Sorry, I've made the mistake of pressing the wrong button at least twice, maybe 3 times, and keep lifting this. So yeah, as you will have noticed, of course. Yeah, it's very unforgiving, which I like. It is a matter of real skill, as it would be in real life. So yes, I like it. Yeah, it's obviously, this is not the easiest of tractors to use. I think the JCB would be better, but it is quite in keeping because it is a heavy load. But it is, yeah, when they're this big, this is, yeah, a tad. It is a little bit, as much as I do love articulated tractors, and I do, it is a bit beastly. Yeah, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Right, so that's that done. We want to grab the harvester, get him off the field, and we will get the ploughs going. So we should grab, yeah, that's a point. Let's grab these off, and we should get this going. Now this I'm going to do, yeah, I'm not going to show, because I want to show things like me grabbing straw bales. That is a point. Yeah, let's just quickly show you. So there's no skullduggery, no chance that it can be sort of ever said that I have. Right, that's all. That reminds me. There's also some in the field, so that's not quite right. How much in the new farm supplies? How much straw did we stick in? 821. Wow, that is amazing. We need to be sticking some water in, yes, to get that, otherwise we're going to be losing things. So, right, let's literally follow. Smash in. Get these off the field, set the ploughs going, and then we also want to be grabbing the water in quickly, because that is going to be, yeah, it will produce digester if we stick the water in, so we need to get that sorted quickly. That's important. We can actually use any of the tankers for this, because it's, yeah, it wouldn't need to be clean water, so we could even use the slurry type ones or the tanker junior or anything, to be honest. It really wouldn't matter, not for this particular job. So yeah, we'll get cracking, get that off the field as well, the barley. Right, let's leave that there for now. Grab the versatile. Wow, over 750,000 tons. That is magic. They are massive Heston bales. Right, so let's drop that and grab one of the giant ploughs, which I have seen one not far away. Right, first things first, let's grab this off. Now that's the point. No, I put it on the headlands, didn't I? It's not on the field. So I was worried about the farm supplies. It isn't in the field, is it? I'm beginning to doubt myself now. Wow, so 350, 411 tons of barley. We will be sticking this, I can't remember, did I stick the Lord's production down yet? I know I've threatened it a few times. No, I haven't. Yeah, we need to be sticking that down. We do. In fact, we might have a bit of a... Yeah, we might actually do that going out and actually seeing if there is a better one than... Oh, wow. That was a nice skid. Yeah, I don't mind going for specialist ones. We want the best cycles, because this is a lot of... Yeah, an awful lot of barley, so we will make an awful lot of bread. So if there's an industrial bakery or something, I think what we'll do is at the end of the session we shall save the game so it's just a test, and then we shall literally inject 300 grand, put 3 or 4 down, because obviously it won't really be happening. It won't, it's just a there's another one. We grab that one, and there's the other one over there. I think it is only 2 we've got, isn't it? And I don't mean only as in only. No, is it the versatile that can't? Yeah, this is a 3-point link, isn't it? As in the plough's a 3-point link. Yeah, I'm really shocked about this. Now, did we try this for ploughing? Let's try. I can't remember. I know I tried it for something and I was quite upset because it didn't work. I can't remember if the ploughing was one of the things that we tried it with. Wow, these now, excellent choice, but the mare is now I will spit my words out. I'm trying to think of the words. It's a mulcher as well. So, yeah, these can not only roll, but also mulch, which is a win-win. Yeah, they had the update the other day. Yeah, we should try this. Can't remember. I love the animation on this. It is amazing. It really is. Now we want to allow create fields. No, we don't. We don't. It's already a field. Right, now then. Lower. No, it doesn't do anything. That's such a shame. It really is. It's got a 3-point link. I just don't see why. It's almost all it is a snowplow. I could have sworn I'd seen one of the content creators say that they'd actually. Right, let me send this away. In disgust. Absolutely. I feel really. I shall have to do a bit more digging about the Elite Wolf. It's gotta be, surely. Oh, I've got autosave on, haven't I? I switched that off on almost every Let's Play because it's annoying me. Yeah. Off. Smashing. Right. Let's grab the big one there. Yeah, we'll go and grab the one we just dropped off. I do love this. I love this tracked version. Amazing. Let's try that. Yeah, I feel sort of quite cheated because it has got a 3 points. It just, the height, it's like everything just affects the front plough. Doesn't let it do anything, which is really quite a shame. Perhaps it is very specialist. I did wonder when I did buy it. Right, okay then, so fields 2. Now of course we're going to have to redo our fields. Right, so let's do it. Have I already done this? No, I don't think I have. No, I haven't. Definitely not. So, create job. Yes. Open generator. 2 tools. 2 headlands. Right, smashing. And save. Course. Activate. I'm going to call it. It is 26 meters. But we will call it. Yeah, we will call it that, even though it said it wasn't. Yeah. Because we don't have any other 26 meters anyway. So, yeah, we want first. Right, let's quickly grab the other one. We need the other. Now, where was the other one? I do apologise for that. So my wife seems to have a 6th sense for when, whenever I'm recording. Truly. Right, where did I I stuck the other one up there, didn't I? The other big blue. Yes, I'm calling these big blue. On Rhombos, I've named these big blue. Yes, and I think it's apt names because they are blue. And they are New Holland blues, so why not? I let go of that. Right, so we want the other one which is down there, and we will set him as right, and then, yeah, when they're now I'm not sure, is that in the, field slightly? I don't think so. I think it was on the... Yeah, well, if they clang into it, then I'll have to shift them. Yeah, it'll only be the once around. Obviously, this is the last time we've done this, because obviously we are going to... I know we're doing it as one complete field. Obviously, in the centre, we will be either painting initially to just get a semblance of what the yard is like. Yeah, we shall be doing something like that. Yeah, so next month we will have births. I'm well chuffed. It is funny, but I've said on both my Westbridge Hills and my Greenlands and Hobos Hollow, all of my Let's Plays are really long-term ones now. Right, that is a point. Let's grab this. Otherwise the other one's going to get so far ahead. We want to... Field 2, 26 meters, clear, load, activate, go. First, right, go. And we don't want any of that. Go. Smashing. So then, let's let them go. Let's just have a quickly look. Now, is the Omatana one that you can actually visit? It is. Now, oh, it is slightly in the way. Yeah, it is. Right, we'll have to take control for a second. Yeah, because otherwise it's going to go clang. Now, yeah, that is a point. The other one, it's only this one that's going to get in the way. Unless there's any transport lines. Yeah, sometimes I do transport lines, so... I think these flowers are amazing. Now then, that's the point. I don't want to get rid of any of the skirt of this. I'd sooner miss a bit and have to paint a little. Actually, I've not got a lot of great fields on, have I? So that doesn't matter. It won't touch that, will it? Or have I got a lot of great fields? Can't remember now whether I did stick it on. No, I didn't. Smash in. So it wouldn't touch the concrete. Right. Nearest. Go. Smashing. That should be alright. Let's just check the other one. No, Luke's quite a long way away. We won't look too closely because these have a nasty tendency to go around corners, something that obviously people don't like because, yeah, we have to ignore such things with the in-game workers. Yeah, we'll get these going. I don't know that we're going to do the stone pickers until we've got this, yeah, actually done. Right, so what can we do while they're actually ploughing? We have... that's a point. Let's go and see... I want to just go and see how much of this there is. Now, that is a point. Is this finished now, isn't it? Because these... They don't produce all year round, do they, in seasons? It's just in the spring. So, that's all done now. And have these got enough food? Yeah, 11 out of 12. So I think that's it. We're done now, aren't we? I don't know when, is it May? April, May, when they stop and it then goes to summer. So I think we've got our... Yes, I'd like to do clothes. That's a point. Yeah, we're going to do some production tests, I think, at the end of this session. We are... Right, water. Yes, that's what we've got to do. Where is the lorry? Ah, that's right, we did. We bought another one, didn't we? I remember. Where is the lorry? Ah. It's there. Smashing. Fantastic. Let's get this. I think it has got a rear hitch, so we should be able to get the Tanker Junior as well. Now then. Water. Right, let's get this filling. In fact, yeah, that is a point. I think we're gonna, yeah, there's water up here. Yeah, if we're gonna, I think we've only got one. What we have got, yeah, let's grab the, trying to think actually, right, let's get this filling. Got the other water points, haven't we? So we can actually fill 2 of these, because they do take a while. Right, so we want the, yeah, the versatile. Now that is the point. Can this manage the lorry? If not, we can take the snuffle stuck. I think we can manage that. It's not far to come if I'm wrong. Yeah, the dolly, I'm sure that's okay. So, 1 more field to harvest. Let's have a look. Was I right with my sums about the barley? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, 412. I said 410, didn't I? So that's right. Yeah, so we shall have a look at bakeries. We shall save the game. We'll place a few. And then I shall read out the game. And we shall stick the one that we like. Yes. I don't know that I've got all of them. I think there was an industrial bakery I saw. That's a point. Yes, we can. That is the good news. We can. So we want to fill this completely. Why am I not getting the fill bit? Why is that not showing filling? That's because I wasn't close enough. Or oh, right. I would imagine the TLX is about done. No, nowhere near. Now I did find a couple of water mods that are even slower than these. They're in the free pack, and it is the one that looks like a trough. Boy, is that slow. I've got that on my Stone Valley. It was only $300, but it does take a long time to fill. It does. I think we should also place a water point. I think actually Omatana does a tap, like a standpipe, in her set, and I've got that on Westbridge Hills. I like to feature different mods. With the old well is one of my firm favourites, but I do like to spread the love. I don't like to just, also you never know if you can find one that becomes a firm favourite with a super duper. Now there are some mods that have got a super duper fill rate, but obviously you pay for the water. Yeah, so that's the point. Actually that might be filled because that's only 50 tonnes. Oh, why is that? Why is that playing up? How bizarre. I have never had any problem with this before. How absolutely strange. Yeah, I'm pressing left mushroom. With nothing wrong with my joypad. I wonder if it's getting confused because there are 2 fill points next to each other. The multifruit. Let's try this at the top to see if I am correct. If it is having the 2 things close by, you never know. Stranger things have happened in the world of Farming Simulator. Yes. My Westbridge Hills went from 0 to 60 in 1 episode, and I really was not expecting such a tremendous... I only mentioned this session before I wanted to put the animals in next. I never for 1 minute thought we were going to place 200 animals in 1 bit. Yeah, in 1 session. I am blown away. Now then. See if I was right. Ooh. Well, is that not strange? I've never ever had any trouble with the tanker senior. Now all of a sudden, we've got terrible trouble. Okay, let's try something. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Let's grab the dolly and let go of that and put a lorry on. Yeah, just trying to get to the bottom of what does it. Sometimes though random things do happen and you just have to come out of the game and come back in. And yeah, I was watching one of Mr. CDP's videos earlier and he was on about that time when key bindings was going fun. It was obviously in his early, it was on actually this very map, and it was when there were all weird and wonderful things going on with key bindings and like yeah. Now, let's see. Well, how bizarre. Well, we should try that. I'm going to literally save the game, come on out and come back in. So I shall see you shortly. For those of you who are shouting at the screen, yes, I do realise now what I have done. Yes, if you look very closely and we go into this, I was thinking, I have never ever had that let me down, ever. I've been in and out of the game and I still cannot get it to show me water. That's because if you look very closely at the icon on this one, it shows water drops for water. However, if you look at this one, it shows a milk urn. That's why it wouldn't do that. So let's just go and drop the milk off at the dairy. Do you know, sometimes it is amazing though. Sometimes you take for granted certain things when you've been playing the game a long time, and you don't always look at the little things anymore. It is true, in my defence. And also I was right next to the it is amazing how your brain convinces you. I was right next to the water and I was obviously pressing fill. We could all see it said fill, but actually it was filling from the milk. Now in my mind I was filling water, so it was only when I came back into the game that I looked down and I thought, you absolute wally. Yes, but in my defence, yeah, again, you don't always look anymore at things like that. You just... Right. Yeah, I was there, right next to it, so... Now that is water. Right, how are we doing with the ploughs? Oh, of course. Yeah, I went out, didn't I? And we want nearest. Go. And we want the top one. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of tidy up as well, isn't there? Down nearest. Go. Right, smashing. Let's get that going. Yeah, let's take that down. We shall stick as much water in because we are losing digestate. Yes, I do. I think this mod is amazing. The farm supplies by Omatana. I am blown away by how versatile it is. It is, yeah, as I said, it is amazing. A lovely looking building. I think this will be a bit like the BGA, a firm favourite, and I would say probably, as I said earlier, the first thing I would place. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Yes, we should definitely be using the seed functionality. Yeah, we'll be sticking some, say 50 tons or something like that. This is at the end, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Yeah. Right, let's go grab the Tanker Junior. Oh no, it's not quite ready. Amazing. Yeah, I think we'll set quite a few sets of this gun. It is surprising, it does use quite a lot. Yeah, I did this the other day mind you, I had 750 tons between the BGA, the big one, and actually the Omatanas was not far behind. Yeah, the Farm Supplies was only slightly behind the industrial BGA. Right, let's see, I'm sure you'll be finished now, because letting go of it now, that is a point. Yes, water. Yeah, let's see if we can place a tap near this back end, and we shall place the Omatana one. I'm not sure if it is in tools or not. I like that one, the M82, because also it cleans as well very quickly, but it does cost you for the water. Not that I mind, but you wouldn't do that. Yeah, now this is the one I was on about, that one there, the 300 one. That's very, very slow. Fast filling tanks. This water. Where is the... It's normal water. I think it's the other end. I'm sure it is. It might actually not. Yeah, the standing pipe for Omatana is like a green tap. Ah, that one there, in fact. Open air garden mod. It is free. Yeah, I'd like to put this to see if it will go on the skirt with it being the Omatana actual one. We did stick it quite close. That's about as close as it gets. Yeah, that's not bad. What we are going to do, we are going to literally do a bit of painting. I think we shall... Let's go for... a bit of stone. Just so it sticks out a little. Right, let's fill that. I'm sure it is free. And it's nice and quick as well. Right. I think we are nearly there with the field. Yes. Stone pickers. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, we will. We'll get those going as well. I'm not going to show those because, as I said last time, again, I am trying to get a little bit better with that. I do like to show everything, but I do realise that actually watching a set of the stone pickers, it's fairly obvious. In fact, we even know roughly sort of... Actually, yeah, I was forgetting tick-ups. We will be having tick-ups, won't we? I always find it amazing the different places that the water trailers actually... Wow. Imagine how they're all quick unloading, aren't they? It's the loading that takes the time. Yeah, we'll do 3 sets, 1 more set of these, and then we'll get the stone pickers going. Just make sure that we've... brilliant. The last one has finished. Smashing. We'll grab one of them. We'll just do the tidy up work. In fact, yeah, that is a point. That is more important than this. Wow. Oh no, it's overloading. Then go backwards. Right, yeah, we'll get this other one in actually, I think, and we will leave it. That's a point. I haven't had much success with the looping function. In fact, it was an absolute unmitigated disaster. I did try to do a looping thing with the base game, and it was a absolute total bust. So much so that it was awful. The workers got stuck on all sorts of things. So yes, I gave it up as a bad job. don't know if anybody else has had any success with the looping function, but it wouldn't be a bad thing to actually tell it to loop with water, if you could, to fill from a tap. Now I don't know if that's possible. It might be that that's a load of rubbish. So, right, let's start this filling. And yeah, right. Let's go grab one of those ploughs. Yeah, let's get this all finished, and then we should get those stone pickers. But I think we're going to redo the course because it should pick up the... I mean, obviously this is only one last time that we need this anyway, if I'm honest. Yeah, no, you'd got that lowered. You shouldn't have done that. I do apologise. I do usually aim for realism, but I had got it in the ground. Yeah, we'll keep the shallow corners. I do think these are amazing. We didn't have anything anywhere near as large as this though in FS. I can remember the 12 metre plough. I know cultivators we did have the one that is back in the game now, that's FlexiCoil. That was a beast to transport. Boy, did that give me jip. Yeah, what did I have that? My favourite map. It was... oh, what was it called? You know, every time I say my favourite map, I always forget its name. Sudbury Meadows. Yeah, a very unpopular map it was, but it was one of my absolute favourites. It had no season support though. That was the only downside. It got older and older, but the amount of times I had goes on Sudbury Meadows was unbelievable. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, but as I became more into seasons and precision farming, I had to let it go. Yeah, I could go back to that map and try different places as my base of operations. I did the logging, I did the big forest, I did the little forest, the one right next to the farm. I did the farm. I did the farm where you sell everything and you did start from scratch, but you bought just the yards. I was not a massive fan of the very posh house, and it took up so much room on Sudbury Meadows, but I did love the actual farmyard itself, you know, without all the buildings. It was a massive, it was. I tried that, but my favourite place were the fields behind the shop. For anybody who's familiar with the map, it is an old map now, but it was an absolute favourite. There's only one YouTuber that I ever saw do a Let's Play on it, and I had to find, he was not, I don't think he, well, I don't know actually, maybe. It seemed, I think it was his first attempt at content creation, and he was going for really realistic, where he was doing that, where you have to place by hand your implements you got out for every single thing, and he literally put that, attach them, that's it, attach. I can't remember the proper name because I've never done it. No, I've never gone for one of those kind of Let's Plays. I'm not trying to pretend that it's... I mean, I do my best to try to make it realistic per se, but anybody... yeah, it is a game. It is. I'm not trying to pretend that it's not. Of course, yeah, I've done storylines. That's a difference, I think, but... right, last corner. And then we should set these stone pickers going. Let's get this sorted. Perhaps I could send the other plough. I could literally, yeah. It's always amazing on smooth how much of these little things it does actually miss, and the bigger the implement, the more it misses. It's quite amazing. Yes, I'm very happy to be back on the map. I really am. Yeah. Thank you very much for all of your support, because it really does mean a lot to me. Yeah, to be able to do one of the big maps, and to have, you know, you viewers, your support, and yeah, to be watching the Let's Play, it really is very much appreciated. Now then, let's fold your way, it takes quite a while. I do love that. It's an absolutely amazing animation. Right, smashing. Now then, we need to redo these 5 implements, don't we? Right, let's grab... Now then, I was filling that second one, wasn't I? Yeah, let's just quickly empty that out, get him out of the way. Ah. Right, smashing. Right, stone pickers. I'm glad that we did what we did. Jump into that and then jump out. Oh, that's the point. We did say we'd shift him. Let's literally grab you. Set destination and that bit of grass there. And we will grab you. Right, let's redo the course. I know it's only for this one time, but we've got 5 of these, I believe, haven't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4. I thought we'd got 5. Okay, let's check, because I'm sure we've got 5. We have. So where is the 5th? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where have I got tractor missing? The RX 170, of course. Right. Let's dump those in. Wow, our money's gone up nicely because of that lime crushing on the hour. That's quite amazing. It is a really good way. I mean, obviously we've never ever cheated. We've only ever crushed the stone and we've always done it for profit. I do love it when you do it like that, because the actual stones, normally base game stones, are awful. I mean, of course you're not really trying to make a fortune, but I do love this. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but it makes you quite a bit, but it covers a few expenses, but it's not like it... I mean, don't get me wrong, you can, if you bought stones from the thing, you could actually, this would certainly get carried away. Right. Yeah, you could literally... Right, let's set this going then. Now, remind me. Now, I think, yes, I think I did this on my Let's Play, the Nuclear, which is the Old Kiwi Farm. I forgot the golden rule. I forgot to switch this on and lower it. This is one of those implements that where you need to switch it on, isn't it, for the workers? Right, field 2. And we haven't done this, no, so that's fine. So create job. Field position there. Is it sensing the skirt around that? Because it doesn't look like it is to me. Is that sensing the proper courseplay course? Right, multiple tools 5, 3 headlands, which is an awful lot of headlands, and generate. Wow, that is a weird, much it is a weird shaped field, it really is. Right, let's save that course. I'm not sure if that's going to hit the building. I would have thought it was. Save course. Activate 2. I'm going to say 2.7 because that is what it's supposed to be. Meters and 5 tools. This is where I need to concentrate a lot. So we want it on left 1. And we want first. Go. Right, so left 1. Switch it on. Lower. Yes, I was moaning and groaning about it not working, and I realised it was because it was all my own fault. Clear, load, activate. I want you to be left 2 at first. Go. Oh, you switched it off yourself? Oh, okay, so that theory was knocked on the head then. Because I switched it on and it switched it off. So it must be the map then. It must be, because, yeah. Right, so that's, now we want right one. Select, clear, load, activate. Right one, first, go. Yeah, we should check in a minute. We'll jump into all of the tractors. Right. Clear, load, activate. Right, 2. Yeah, it does. Immediately switches it off. Immediately. So it has nothing to do with that. So that, at least that's good, because I was convinced it was me. I really was. Also need to make sure that this is centre. This one is. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. 2.7 metre. Clear, load, activate. Del first, centre, go. Right, so you can see what's going to happen. I shall cut in every now and again, but yeah, no, let's just quickly make sure. Let's look at the first one. Just want to make sure that everybody is switching their implements on. Now, we've never had any problem before, so yeah, then this is going to be. Well, it is nice to see that the actual waiting for each other, but I'm not sure. Yes, we have a. Sure they're all going. Yes, I did, because you were going to attack that one. Sure they get to the top, and then I'm going to cut out for a little while. I should cut back in a little while. I shall. I'm not going to bore you with all of the details now. Then, is there anything though that we can do whilst this lot are going? Yes, there must be. Now, I was going to say I'll place the productions. That's going to get. I suppose that we could do it a more complicated way. No, because then I'm going to do real damage to the ground. I am. That is true. No. Can we have. Are the animals completely done? Just trying to think. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Lortz one. I have mentioned that quite a bit. But I'd say I don't want to just. Yeah, that is true. We are obviously going to go across and out, but we're picking the stones for now, aren't we? Yeah, so we're not going to do anything on that side for now. I think that's why I was waiting. It was. Because obviously, We want our productions to be close to the things. Mind you, that is true. Yeah, we did say that. We want our productions to be close to the things that we want to do it. So let's have a look. I don't mind if we do place a special spinnery. Also, there is the Omatana one as well, the big one, the big red barn one. It's, yeah, mind you, I don't want this to be the all Omatana, although I've got to be honest, we have got so many things by Omatana on this Let's Play. It is quite phenomenal. Right, anyway, let's have a quick look at the productions whilst they're busy. Yeah, I'm going to look for... We've got the base game ones to begin with. Bakery. We do want a bakery. We do, but that's... I'm not sure I have actually. The bakeries. There is an industrial one. I've tried the dairies. I've literally placed all of those with a test. Spinnery. That's what I'm after, but I'm seeing if there's going to be a... I would like to do the Lortz one. The tailor shop makes... Ah, see, this is why I want the Lortz or the Omatana one, because it does both sides of that. Now we know we've done... Yeah, this is the one I'm on about. What's that one? That's a spinnery as well. Yeah, that produces cloth, and then the... Empty pallets, chocolate muesli. That's the dairy as well. Grain meal. Ah, now this is the new one by Disturbed Simulations. Yeah, this is the really cheaty one, which no, I'm not placing that one. The composter. Not tried that yet, but we've actually, the Omatana farm thing is, does it? That's the industrial BGA. That is a beast. All we've got to, we don't need anything. Right, Lamb Bakery, Midwest Production and Feed. That's the Millmon, which I love. I think that's amazing. The old grain mill. Now that only produces, yeah, oils and flour. Ah, this production distribute. Oh, I didn't realise that Omatana's done one of those. So you just literally stick stuff in it. Oh, I like that. Outhouse Mard, Productions Pack, Pig Feed, Mixed Ration. Sawmills, Sugar Beets, Windmill Mod, which is the actual one that does do that. Yeah, this is the one I'm on about, the Omatana one. I think the red barn type one is probably the... Yeah, now that says medium, so I'd like to go for the big one because its output's better. Yeah, that is all of the Omatana set. The little ones are small, so there isn't that much choice. I might actually have a look to see if there's any more... Yeah, I think I will. I'm literally going to go out from this and we shall have a go. Yeah, because this is slowing us down now, so I do realise this is something that we really do need to do. Now then, have we done enough water? We could be... Ooh. Ah, let's see. Yes. We shall manually do this bit. Yeah, we shall. I was right. It did not take that into consideration at all. Of course, it won't be a... Farmer girl, you cannot drive through a production like that. Well, pardon me. Yeah, at least it'll only affect us on this first, should be only affecting us on this first round. Is that the last one? No, Now the other two, are they on their second round? Ah, of course, because they would have been on the right hand side of it, so they would have gone straight past. Right, let's do another load of water, because that is 800 and odd tons, so... Right, yeah, I am going to stop recording. I don't think there's too much. Yeah, I'm probably going to rinse and repeat this, so there's going to be probably quite a lot of water in this by the time you guys and gals get back and I shall show you how busy we've been. We shall get this field, all of the stones done. I've missed a bit of thing there. Yeah, so I'm going to say I shall see you shortly. Getting very close now. I thought I'd just cut in for a few minutes just to literally, I'd like to get us through till tomorrow. What's the point? No, we don't really need to worry about that. We've got the fields prepped ready for planting and that, and it's June, so we're well in advance. So yeah, we should worry about that much later on. I'd just like to get us through to the harvest. I'd like to do another session, literally probably later on today or tomorrow, to actually get that harvested. I would love to do that. You've noticed that the money has ticked up. There's a massive part. Now I've got to be honest, we've done this lots of times. I have never known there to be so much stone as there is on this. We've got an absolutely humongous pile of stone. I mean, I'm not talking about ridiculous amounts now, but I am talking about, let me show you, is literally just literally down from this. It is humongous. I would say it's probably about 7 or 8 tons, maybe 9. It is massive, and I've actually dumped quite a bit up in the top as we were passing up that end. Definitely, it seems to be filling up very quickly. So we shall stay. Yeah, it does seem to be just a couple of rows, and it really does go up quite quickly. Yeah, nearly there. I think I might need to do a bit of clean-up because it's hard when you jump in and out. You try your best to keep track of where things are, but yeah, like that one's got to be wrong. That can't be. I must have started that in the wrong place. In fact, they're wrong as well. No, sometimes they're on transport lines. I would say these ones are pretty much finished. Yeah, definitely. There's one. Yeah, as soon as someone's finished, we'll grab them, and there's a couple of lines. I've already done a couple of lines a few minutes ago just over there as well. A couple of tidy up rows. But yeah, I can't recall last time when we did the last field that was as big as this. I think we emptied, and I'm sure I only emptied each one about twice. So yeah, it seems a lot more stone than normal. This is actually following something that's already been done, so yeah, this is when I start wrong. It's not because, yeah, let's just check these ones. Yeah, actually, I think, is it Padme that's about to stop? Maybe this could be the last. We shall grab this, the first one that stops, and we shall do a bit of clean-up on the bits that have been missed, that I've obviously started them on the wrong row. It's easily done, it really is. I've done a bit of clean-up already in the corners. Yeah, well, the corners, no, not this one actually, the corner, in fact, you know, we'll do this now. Let's just do these little runs. There's no animation, so there's nothing there. Yeah, let's go and... yeah, that's finishing that off. Let's go and do this one. Yeah, there's definitely... looks like 2 rows have been missed here. So we should just literally do this. So yeah, I'm not planning on doing anything. That's it, smashing. Yeah, I've been sort of being crafty when I'm doing the cleanup like this by just literally side to side in it, because as I've said in the past, it's everything to do with animation. It's nothing to do with, yeah, you don't have to do it all. As some people have said, that's not true. It's just the white stones. That's all you ever need to do, so you can. It doesn't make any difference. It is difficult though to get them all because they are very random. I think the stones have had some work, to be honest, because it seems more random. I used to be quite good at this. There was a bit of a pattern when I did this on No Man's Land. An articulated tractor is the HTZs are perfect for this, although their turning doesn't seem absolutely fantastic. This actually seems to be doing a better job of darting in and out. Mind you, I've always said these are absolutely, although these are cheap as chips, 28 grand, they are a very good tractor. I would choose one of these anytime. Not the most powerful 143 horsepower, but how good they are at steering. They're as good as masses. They're absolutely amazing tractors. Front and back 3-point link. Not awfully fast, but not awfully slow either. Real good all-rounders, just not powerful. But they're in that medium range where you can actually... Mr. Stone there. Yeah, where you can literally get an awful lot done with them. Especially at the beginning of a Let's Play. Yeah, I was thinking earlier about what my favourite mid-range tractor would be, and I've got to be honest, it would have to be probably still the same tractor it always has been. The most underrated tractor, when I was Ravenport, I finally remember the name of the map. Ravenport, I used to love that map. And it always used to start you on New Farmer with the 2 Case 7250 Pros. I hated those tractors. First thing I'd always do was sell them. But when I actually, later on in the game, when I understood what good tractors they were, they're one of those hidden gems. They start off quite weak, but you can upgrade them to 261 horsepower. They're not the fastest. I think they do 26 miles an hour. So again, at that time I was always going for New Holland's events, 31 miles an hour. Like, that's everything. But yeah, I do think the 7250 Pro is perhaps one of those tractors that is very much underlooked, because that you miss, and I did certainly myself, definitely at the beginning of the game. It was only later when I realised how reasonable it was to upgrade for that price point. There was nothing else that could actually match it, and still to this day, for the base game tractors, it still is, in my personal opinion, one of those tractors. Well, we've got it on the Obo Solo, and it has been our mainstay. It really has throughout the entire Let's Play. It really has. It's been the powerhouse up until recently. We've now got, I think we've got an AliEN and either an AliEN or an Orion. I don't know, I think it's the AliEN. It's not the big AliEN, it's the medium one. I think it's 200 about 280-ish, 290 horsepower, something like that. Don't quote me, it's not one that I know off by heart like I do a lot. But yeah, it is a cracking tractor. And then we've also got a really decent McCormick that's a 310 horsepower. So obviously now the Case is a mere 261 horsepower. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. That tractor, I wouldn't get rid of it for all the tea in China. The same as the New Holland that we had on that, the 175cc. Again, I was looking at its value. It was something like 12 or 14,000, because we've had it right since the beginning of the Let's Play, and it was a second-hand tractor then. And I thought I wouldn't sell that tractor for all the tea in China, because it has served us proud. Even if it's stuck in a shed and the engine never started ever again, that tractor would deserve pride of place. It would literally, we'd literally stick it in a museum, our own personal museum, because it's just, and also, I've got to be honest, Greenland's the same. The 175 that we've got on that Let's Play, that was the one that started us all off. It really was. And I remember a time when we had a 250 horsepower baler, and it was the only tractor we'd got. Whoa. So, wow, I think we're done. You've not stopped because you can't go forwards because of your programming. You have actually finished, you just don't know you've finished. Right. Thank you very much, young man. Let's set these all on. Ready to follow, I think. Yeah, we shall get these all sorted in a minute. Let's see where the other two are. I think one of them's probably still going over bits that I'd already done it. Yeah, got selected. And we'll do the stones, we'll pick the stones up another session. One of those jobs we'll do. Right, let's have a look. Where are you? Have we lost a tractor? We have. Can I say we've lost a tractor? Young man, it's never going to get any better. It really isn't. Right, okay then. So, let's set these. In fact, let's set these to... Yeah, let's send these top two with the AI workers just to the edge of the field. And you... also there, and you three we shall sort out ourselves. We shall manually drag them up to the top. Yeah, I wanted to do a little bit more on this because I thought otherwise I'm not going to get a full session, to be honest. I mean, I could always tack on tomorrow's, but let's get these to the top of the field. We should dump all of the... Yeah, that's true. We won't actually take the stone pickers because we'll be doing these... Now I'm trying to think, are we going to... No, it's harvesters. Yeah, we just need a couple of tractors. We can use the big ones to grab the trailers across to grab the crop. So that's not going to matter. Yes, I also think we're going to probably box clever with having the odd a few silos. I don't mean lots, I'm not talking about lots, but like a couple of the Omatanas scattered out. As I said, almost like storage for animals. Now what? Who is block? Oh, you'll be the top ones. Wow. Yeah, these will be these ones. But what is the one at the bottom doing that's supposed to be following us? There's nothing in its way. It's on an open field. Ridiculous. Right. You are not blocked. Well, I suppose you could say you are slightly. I keep forgetting how bad the brakes are on these. Let's stop this working. Very much, young man, for your assistance. Let's get this one out of the way. Oh, I did notice a few of these need actually topping up with a bit of fuel, so hopefully I'm going to remember that next time. Yeah, we've done very well out of the stone on this one. Much better than I've seen it. And I don't know if there's been a map update or something that's, or whether there's just some of these fields are more stony than others. It could be that as well. You don't know, do you? But it definitely seemed. Again, it could be my imagination. It could as well. Sometimes you're right. Have we lost that other one? I do think we have. Yeah, it gave up the ghost right in the middle of the field. I don't know. How hard is it to follow someone in an open field with no objects in the way? Yeah, so we'll get that pile of stone off another time. One of those sessions when we haven't got, when the workers are all busy and I can do something. I do see. Yes, some that got missed. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. That is what I was always taught. Yeah, I don't think there's much that we've missed. That over there I have done. It's just that's one that I did actually do myself. Ah, not a lot. I think this just got missed. Smashing. Keep our eyes peeled because there were a few bits that I missed when I was trying to do the dodgy bit. Yeah, I don't mind the odd one. You're never going to get it perfect, but I'll get as much as I can. Yeah. Smashing, right. Oh, I see you. Yes, I see the one behind me. I'm not turning back now, but I will get these two. Yeah, not a lot. Not a lot. Oh, I see you. I do. Takes quite a while for the funguser to actually drop. It's not, yeah, not a very speedy implement. It is a fantastic one. I've come to really love this. For saying how much I wouldn't mind in time, being as we have adopted this rather than a no-till, we've always adopted the ploughs on this Let's Play, then I wouldn't mind, if we're going to do that, actually one of those in the back ends, when we do really well, actually buying, trying to think, 2.7 times 5, if we say 3 times 5 would be 15 metres, which really you can do exactly the same with a fleet of 3 of the Scorpios. So yes, we could actually replace these Foncusers with those, or even use a bit of a, no, we'd need more tractors then. Yeah, we would actually, that is true. Yeah, I'd say 3 Scorpios. Still not got a massive size. No, they haven't. That is true. No, they haven't got a grand amount of storage. That's the only thing which is better about the Dagelmans, isn't it? I think is that the stone pickers, the size is more 2.3, 3.8, and that's only 2 meters. So yeah, two cubic meters. Yeah, I think even the actual Foncusers are bigger than that. Just obviously not so big. That's 5.5 meters. So yeah, I've tried these. Now I couldn't get them to work. Yeah, they would not pick stones up at all. Yeah, we did this on. Yeah, I thought I'd give them a shot. I bought them on Rhombos, but I've never tried them. They've always been ready for the day that we did that. We got no till on that, so I've never got around to it. But yeah, it's not working at all. Right, done the animals. The one thing I did do, and I didn't I didn't actually sort of start the cameras rolling, was I fed the I fed the sheep, as in they were about a ton and a half each of food. Yeah, they didn't need it, but I was just over that way, and I thought I'll do that. And I thought, you know, it's only going to take 10 seconds. I'll just tell everybody that what I've done, rather than start the cameras for 10 seconds. Yeah. Right. And that is a wrap. Right, I say I would like to get us through till tomorrow morning though. Would. So let's just check statistics. Let's go down to the cow yard. Ooh. Now that was not nice. Slurry 17.5 ton, 2 with 40 tons short, 8 tons of water short. Yeah, we're fine. And let's have a look at the sheep. Black, how much are those? 11 months, 100. Oh wow, their reproduction. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, you can see actually the food, I've just topped it up, like, as I just said. Yeah, you can see that it is done. So smash it. That is amazing. Right, let's sleep through till the morning. Let me just check for things that have dropped, because sometimes later on in the day, we're not. I suppose. Oh no, actually, yeah, it's 3:30. Right, sleep till morning, and we will keep it at 8 o'clock, definitely. So sugar beet as well. I was thinking about doing that for the BGA, but I think it's too precious. We'll do it for sugar because we can make chocolate then. Because we've obviously already got the milk already, so yes, we will. Right. Let's. Ooh. Do we need any more tractors? Really? Yeah, we bought quite a lot of, I mean, in that range. As I was just saying about a few minutes ago, the 143 horsepower Deutzers. Yeah, as much as people say, oh, the Fendt's better, yeah, but the Deutzers are good, and we've got a team of them, and we've got a lot in that range. If it was a 300 horsepower tractor, I might consider it. I truly might. We are going to leave it there though. Let's just make sure that I am right. It is harvest day today, isn't it? Because that's what we're going to do next session. Yeah, it is. So our big field is ready. Oh wow, look at that. Cultivated, and yeah, so field 1 and field 2 are all ready now. That's a point. Is the grass field ready to cut today as well? I think it is. Yeah, it is. So that means harvest and the grass. Wow, that's going to keep me busy next session. Wow, it really is. Right, anyway, yep, that is where I'm going to leave it. We will do all of the animals, all of the work. We'll get the harvester on the field first, get a couple of trailers on. That was another reason why I'm trying to split the fields, because it's the trailers. Courseplay's not fantastic at sensing a trailer that's a mile down the road on the other side of the field. So I tried. Also, when the fields are really wide, it's much better with smaller fields. I mean, it's good with big fields, but not. These are monster fields. They really are. So, yeah. Right. Anyway, yes. Next session. Wow. 261,740. That's a crazy tick up. That's from the dairy. It's gotta be, because we haven't done anything else. Our BGA's not working at the minute. Neither of them. We've got no product to stick in them. That's a point. Or have we? Did we do that yesterday morning? It was obviously this is yesterday or last month. Lasted an awful long time. Let's have a look at how much. Yeah, no digestate. I'm not worried about that at the minute, but let's have a look. Oh wow, we have now, of course, because that's working overtime. Yeah, 736 tons of water I stuck in that. With no digestate, because obviously there was no grass. Silage, yeah, nearly 200 tons. The fermenting, nothing, and yeah. The Hessian. It's the Hessian. Oh, that's not got. It's not activated. I was wondering why it wasn't doing anything. So that's next time. Of course, that's the one we placed where we changed its nozzle around, and I knew that'd catch me out. Right. Okay. Well, we've got plenty of silage to put into our BGA next session as well, so we're gonna have plenty of work to do next session. Right, I am going to say my words. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue with me on this journey. If there is anything, I am going to look at the in fact, we did say, didn't we, let's stick to my guns. Let me save this game. Yeah, we're going to literally, even if we now put extra money in, because this is a test, we've really got 261,740. We'll do what we did a few sessions ago. We're just going to stick $1 million, because this is just test money, and it doesn't matter if we just plonk them in the middle of our field, because we're not really plonking them here at all. So no, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do Shift P, not Control P. Right, so then productions. Let's do the Lords, because that's the one that yeah, now I do want the bakery mod, because obviously that is something I'm interested in for us. So let's stick that down. It's definitely one. And that's a point. No, we've already got, what's that one? Grain meal. Dairy, I've tested that already. Chocolate muesli. Ah, here we are, the Lords. This is all in one. It is amazing. Not obviously, it is good though. It is not dairy, carpentry, bakery. That's right. Let's have a look at that one as well. Cereal factory. It's the base game one. Tailor shop. I would like to look at that. Or is there one on already? There probably is actually. That's not spinnery. Actually, yeah, let's do it. Spinnery and tailor shop. Grain mill, dairy, carpentry. Got that bakery. Not sure. No, it's a different one. I think that is it. So now let's have a look at the cycles on these. So we have the land bakery, which is the bakery. Let's open the production from this. So the cycles for this are 480 times, oh wow, this is a weird one. 10 sugar for bread. 70, 80, so it's 100. Yeah, it is 100 in total. So that's 480, 4,800. Is that right? 480, 4,800 times 100. 480. Do you know, my brain's locking up. I cannot even recognise that. 48,000. No, surely not. No, it is. You add 2 zeros to that, you've got 4,848,000. We have. It's definitely right. 48,000. Yeah. 48 tons. Is that right? That just does not seem right. No, it is, because 120 or 240. Yeah, it is actually. That is amazing. So Land Bakery 2, that is a bit of a beast. Wow, so that is phenomenal. It really is. So that's absolutely amazing. And the Lord's bread is 48. See? That there's 10 times more. So that would be almost 100. So 48 times 100 would be 4,800. You see, that is good, but nowhere near like that other one. So yes, this is the one I've been using, and it's phenomenal. So that bakery is absolutely amazing. This is a good all-rounder, though. Obviously don't expect this to be. It's a jack of all trades, master of none, but it still is a very good production. I've got it on a number. It is one of those good starting ones. Now then, no. That's not the right icon. Let's have a look. I think this is the proper bakery, isn't it? The Giants one. Oh, that's 2,160 times 2, so that's 4,000 something. Yeah, 4,320. So again, that bakery is absolutely amazing. 192 times that lot. That's not to make 5, that's 1,000 then. That's 2,160. Yeah, so actually the one that stands out as an absolute monster is actually the bakery. That one there. That is a beast. Hans Gemachte Warren. Yeah, that one there, Land Bakery. Let's have a look for that one, because I want to remember that one. I really do. Oh, will you stop pressing Control P? Yeah, let's have a look at that again, because I want to remember that. Yeah, it is. No. It's that one there. Land Bakery. It is. Wow, we must remember that. That, I would like to place that, because that is a beast. It really is. Spinnery. Didn't we place a spinnery? And, yeah, we did. So the that one stands out for that. Now then, fabric wool. Is this the? I would imagine this is the base game. So 1,440 times 2, which is just under 3 tons of fabric wool, and yeah, that is that. So that's what we would be doing it for. And then the tailor produces 2,000 and odd, but that the clothes are absolutely astronomical. I'll have to look to see if there are any more mods, because it's not something I've ever done, but I did want to do this. So that is definitely, yeah, these are the base game ones. I'm going to see if there's any more to see next time, but yeah, they're nothing, they are just what they are. So I shall actually have a look for some more productions, but the definite winner is that beast there. Obviously, as I say, the Lords is a very good one, it really is, as is the, that's a point. Let's just put the Omatana one just to sort of show you. Let's do this properly. Omatana's is at the end. This is another all-in-one, and it is the, let's go with the red one. Yeah, I've used this on a few Let's Plays. The last Let's Play that I put this on was Lepacho. It was. This does so much, it's unbelievable. So that's 2,500 in French fries for potatoes, 2,500 odd again. Spaghetti, 2,500 odd again. Tomato sauce, 2,500 and again. Yeah, mixed salad, just under £1,000. Oat drink, yeah, I've done that one. That's times 10. That's 9,600. That is quite phenomenal. From 1 piece of oats and 10 water. Yeah, that is not a bad one at all. Oatmeal 1-to-1, 2,400, 2.5 tons. Popcorn, the same. Ice cream, milk, yeah, and obviously, yeah, this is 2,400. That's not bad actually. That's 10 tons of flour, and 480 times 10 would be 4,800. So that's 15,000. 15 tons of barley flour. Wow, so 10 tons of that, 15 tons of that. Sugar beets, that's about the same as the base game. That's 14,000. Yeah, it is. Bread, 3 tons. That, it's not cracking at that. That's a bit slow on that. So again, Land Bakery or Land Bakery is definitely the best on that one. Now that's not bad. 3.5 tons of raisins, as well as 5 7's 35, 3,500, 3.5 tons of that as well. Again, the Omatana one, a little bit like the Lords. It's a jack of all trades, but master of none. But nevertheless, it can stand you on your own farm as a not a bad little production that's going to do a lot. And the same as the Lords, that's 25 grand, and it does do some really good ones. It's almost as good as almost of the base game productions from Giants. It really is. That though, that is something I've never seen how good that is before. Look at the detail on that. That is amazing. It really is. Almost looks like you could grab a piece of bread out of the... That's phenomenal. Right, so there, that's it. I promised we'd do this, and we've done it. So next time, all of this lot will have disappeared, as will the money. So I am going to say, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to continue with me on this, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.